Some children are not struggling because they are not smart. Some children struggle because they have never learned routine. They have never been held accountable. Everything is negotiated or excused. Emotions are left unregulated. And they are rescued from every little life's discomfort. Now, hear me out, parents. School requires stamina. And stamina is something that is not taught or built in a classroom. It is tested in the classroom, but it is practiced and perfected at home. So, how do we develop a stamina? Stamina is developed through completing chores even when they are bored, packing their own school bag, clearing their plate after meals, helping tidy shared spaces, waking up on time and following a routine, tidying their room before playtime. These small tasks teach our children that we finish what we start, patience and persistence, effort before reward. Now, the very same focus, endurance, and follow through which is required in a school or in a classroom to be able to copy from a board, complete homework, and follow instructions. Now, these are first practiced at home. Remember, before a child sets foot in a classroom, home is the first school. The parent is the first teacher, and habits, character, and discipline is the curriculum. Between the ages of 1 and 6, the brain develops faster than any other stage of life. Now, during this time, children build emotional regulation, attention span, problem solving skills, language foundations, behavioral discipline, independence, and confidence. These are not academic skills, these are developmental foundations formed at home. In Setswana, there's a saying that says, Le ojwa le salimetse. We shape the reed while it's still wet. Because attempting to do that when it has hardened can be very painful. When a child enters school without these foundations, they are not behind just academically. They are emotionally and behaviorally unprepared for learning. Learning requires the ability to listen when spoken to follow instructions, to complete one task before starting another, to accept limits and to try again. Now, when children grow up in homes where everything is negotiated, behavior is really corrected, discomfort is always avoided, they struggle at school. They will struggle with rules, routine, authority, and accountability. And this all is not defiance, it is the lack of practice with discipline. Children must learn how to manage disappointment, to tolerate frustration, to calm themselves down and recover from mistakes. And if at home every tantrum is rewarded, every challenge is removed, and every problem is solved for them, then school is going to be hard. They're going to shut down when work feels hard. They're going to give up quickly. They're going to avoid effort heavy tasks. And not because they are incapable, but because the resilience was never built. Now, responsibilities develop through real participation in daily life, packing away toys, making the bed, wiping spills, helping carrying out the groceries, sweeping of small spaces, and setting the table. These experiences teach consistency, effort, and pride in contribution. And when learning becomes challenging, children who are used to responsibilities are more likely to persist because effort is familiar, not threatening. The reality is that teachers teach content, but parents are the ones that shape the child. Parents, it is very difficult to teach a child that lacks discipline, emotional regulation, effort, or the respect for boundaries because those are developmental gaps, not academic ones. Children build learning readiness when they complete tasks, even when bored, when they manage their own belongings, tidying before moving on, following routines, waiting their turn, hearing the word not now and being able to recover. These habits support sustained attention, task completion, perseverance, independence, and focus without constant supervision. Children do not rise to the expectation of the classroom if they have not practiced the expectations of home, because no school, teacher, or curriculum can replace daily structure, the consistent boundaries, and real responsibility. Before worksheets or assessments and report cards, there are habits. Before academics, there is regulation. And before success, there is stamina. And all of this begins at home. I'm Catch Education Specialist, helping you navigate the education landscape.